Hi guys, welcome back to DeFi Daily. Today we are going to talk about the airdrop of Terra 2.0 because as you have seen probably, Terra has approved, so the proposal has gone through, has passed, and we will have a Terra 2.0. I will explain everything you need to know about this new blockchain, how does it work if it is a fork, and so on. But most of all, we will talk about the airdrop because the snapshot will happen in a couple of hours. And more precisely, remember that everyone is saying about the 27th of May, but it really depends from your time zone. Because, for example, here in Europe, it will happen the 26th of May at around 8 p.m., so dinner time around. And I will explain also a couple of tricks that you have to take in mind in order to be able to take the maximum advantage from this situation. Plus, I will share with you also a calculator to understand how much you are supposed to receive. Just before to start, guys, remember this channel is about educational content and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. Plus, remember, if you enjoy this content, a good idea is always to leave a big thumbs up, drop a comment, and if you are new to the channel, remember to subscribe, guys. Okay, let's start immediately. So everyone was talking about Terra 2.0 and it was said that it is a hard fork. This is something that is quite delicate. I know that it is a technicality, but it's important to understand, and I will explain to you why. Because we are not talking about a hard fork. And hard fork, it means that they are taking the previous blockchain with all the data that are inside the blockchain and they are dividing it in two different blockchains. In this case, we don't have this kind of fork. We are mainly talking about a rebirth. It means that the new blockchain will start from the scratch with no data and with no past. The previous blockchain, so the Terra, that right now has been called the Terra Classic, so we are having Luna Classic and USD Classic, as you can see also from CoinGecko, Terra Classic USD and Terra Luna Classic, that is also the previous Luna token. I will go through about also the price of USD and Luna in a moment because that's quite important to understand because a lot of volatility can happen and there is a good moment when maybe it is possible to take profit in order to take the maximum advantage from this situation. We were saying that we are having a new blockchain, not a fork. The new blockchain will happen with starting from zero and they will use the previous blockchain just for the snapshot. The snapshot simply means that it will go into the blockchain, checking for which people were holding a certain token in a certain moment. There will be two snapshots. The first snapshot already happened. As you can see from the original proposal, it was happening the 7th of May, 11 p.m., 8 plus UTC. The post attack will be happening the 27th, 4 a.m., 8 plus from standard time. So in Europe it means 29 minutes after the 8 p.m. of the 26th, so the day before. Just pay attention. This is something that is really important to keep in mind because we can expect a lot of volatility until the snapshot and in the immediate after of the snapshot. For which reason? As you know, there are different kind of categories that will be rewarded with this airdrop. From one side, we are having the people that were holding the Luna tokens previously, so pre-attack, and that snapshot already happened. After that, we are having people that were holding the token AUSD, so it means that people that were using Anchor and they have deposited on Anchor some USD. That snapshot already happened, and so also we don't have to worry anymore about it. But there are also two other snapshots that will happening today or a couple of hours later. We are talking about the people that are holding Luna after the attack and the people that are holding USD after the attack. So it means that you are still in time to buy these tokens. Remember, guys, if you are watching this video previously, so before the snapshot, as I said, will happen at 27, 3 a.m. plus 8 from the standard time. Why it is really important to understand it, because as you can see also from the chart, the price of Luna in this case, but the same happened also with USD, has been gone through a lot of volatility with a lot of appreciation in the last couple of hours. And the reason is because if you buy this token right now, so before the snapshot, you are still eligible for the airdrop. And this is something that is really important to understand, because what can happen? What can happen is that in the moment just after snapshot, it is possible that if many people just bought the token just to speculate for the airdrop, it is possible they just will sell their holdings just before the snapshot. So expect that the price can go through a lot of volatility. And the same can happen also for USD. As you can see, just in the last couple of hours, the price of USD has gone up by almost 50%. And that's something that is really important because, for example, I still have some USD. What I will do personally, I will sell all the remaining in the moment just after the snapshot. Obviously, it is also possible that some people is just trying to manipulate, so try to create some sell impression right now just to buy a couple of minutes before the snapshot. That's just my hypothesis. What I'm gonna say is that in this kind of market situation where an event is happening and we know the time at which it will happen, the volatility that can go through this kind of assets could be a lot. So pay attention. Don't try to be overexposed if you want to try to speculate on it. Be aware of the risk, because yes, you will receive an airdrop, and in a moment I will also show you how much you will receive, but be aware that the volatility will be the king, and expect, or at least this is a possibility, that just after the snapshot many people will sell their USD, so the classic version, and the Luna classic version. Why? Because at this point there is not so much future for the classic Terra blockchain. Yes, if you go into the Agora Terra.money, you will find that there are many different proposals also for the classic version. The point is that none of them looks like so supported. There are not so many protocols that are supporting it, and it looks like just some proposal with no really a great future. One of them was this one about the barn, and the burning address was literally going trending for a couple of hours, but as you can see, we had this spike, the 22 of May, and a lot of people has burned a lot of tokens, but after that, the interest around this proposal has gone around zero again. And the reason is because in order to be successful, a blockchain, in this case we are talking about the classic version, what is needed is developers. What we need is having people that are believing, not just because they are holding the tokens, but because they are investing in order to build something on that blockchain. At this point, the most likely scenario is that this Luna will just become something like a new meme coin, the new Shiba coin. I don't know, that's just a speculation, but be aware that for this reason, after the snapshot, the possible use cases for USD and Luna C will be decreasing dramatically. So for this reason, I personally expect some kind of selling pressure at this point. So pay attention, mark the moment, because after the snapshot, a lot of volatility will be happening. And a good moment to sell your USD, if you were interested into the airdrop, is just the second after the snapshot. But let's have a look how much you will receive. I have found this calculator that's quite interesting, has been produced by TerraAirDrop.io. I will also leave this link into the description below so you can check it by yourself. Just to give you a quick explanation on how does it work. Here, where there is this field that you can edit, you can insert the amount that you are holding of the different tokens. So how many Luna you are holding post-attack, how many USD post-attack, how many AUSD pre-attack, and also the Luna before the attack. So let's suppose that you are holding something like 100 Luna right now. Down here, you will see how many Luna you will receive into the new blockchain. And for 100 Luna post-attack, you will receive 0.0014 Luna. Just to give you a comparison, in the moment when you were holding it before the attack, the amount of Luna that you will receive is something like 1.02 Luna. So as you can see, there is a big difference. Remember also that these are just estimate, so it doesn't mean that you will receive exactly this amount. The real amount will depend according to the real snapshot that hasn't been shared, so we still don't know exactly what are the data. An interesting point is this last row here, $/Luna. What does it mean? It means that if the price in the moment of the Genesis event, remember we still don't know at which price will be listed the new Luna token, so we still don't know exactly how much we'll receive, and the main reason is because also to avoid arbitrage or speculation. At this point, buying Luna right now means expecting a price of Luna to be equal to $11. So it means that if at the moment of the listing the price of Luna will be 10, you will be losing around 10%, because if you buy right now, in order to be at break-even, what you need is a listing price of $11.51. If the price will be above, you are in positive, so you are gaining. Another story is about USD. In order to have an arbitrage, a positive arbitrage, what you need is having a price that is above the 7.26. So at this point, it means that it's much more convenient to buy USD than just buy Luna, just in order to receive the airdrop, because the price, the expected break-even price right now is lower for USD than for Luna. You can also check the numbers, because in order to understand if the price is correct, you have always to control if the number that is written here on cost is the real number that is also the actual price on the market. Just to check it, Luna, they are saying that right now has a cost of 30 and 170.67, and right now the price is just slightly below, because we are having, yes, 30, but after that we are not having 167, but we are having 149. So it means around 10% lower, that it is equal to an expected price of $10. So it means that right now this number is around $10. But in any case, with these numbers, it's still more convenient to buy USD compared to buy Luna. Remember, guys, that right now and just before the snapshot, there will be volatility into the price of the classic tokens. Pay attention to it. Don't be overexposed, even if you want to play with this kind of speculation, because we still don't know what will be the value of the new Luna. All we know is that Luna will have, the new blockchain will have 1 billion of tokens. So supposing a price of 5 billion, we will have a fully diluted valuation of 5 billion. Just to give you a comparison, previously the fully diluted valuation of Luna were around 40 billion. So it would be like 40 times higher. So just to give you a comparison, right now, BNB, so Binance Smart Chain, is having a fully diluted valuation of 52 billion. Or just to take some other example, we can take Cardano, that is another blockchain that is still under development. It is having a fully diluted valuation of 22 billion. In order to reach this kind of valuation, the Luna price should be around $22. The Luna price will be announced just after the snapshot. What is positive is that many protocols are joining this new blockchain. Into the previous days, we were talking about what will be the reaction of the different protocols. At the end of the story, it has been quite positive. The only protocol that has been withdrawing from this situation has been Mars protocol. It was a money market, and as you can see from their statement on their Medium account, they are shutting down the project in order just to evaluate into the future which blockchain to join into the future. Most of the other protocols are joining, and they will build also into the new Terra blockchain. So now let's talk about the eligibility and what you should take in consideration. First of all, remember, if you're having your tokens on another blockchain, let's say that you are having your USD on the Binance Smart Chain, a good idea is to bridge them back into the Terra blockchain. Because yes, down here they are saying that they will try to support also all the bridged assets, but it's also true that it's much more difficult, and the amount that will be received, it will be just in a second moment. So if you want to receive the airdrop, remember, move your tokens into the Terra blockchain. So from Binance Smart Chain, for example, back to Terra, or for example, from Ethereum back to Terra. What will happen about the case that you are having your tokens into a centralized exchange like Binance and so on? Down here, you can check which are the centralized exchange that has already announced that they will supporting this airdrop. And for example, we are having Binance, Huobi, Bybit, Bitrue, Bitfinex, and so on. If the centralized exchange that you are using, it's not in this list, a good idea is withdrawing from the exchange back to the Terra blockchain, just in order to avoid to lose the airdrop. Remember that is also all the different Luna versions, so the staking derivatives, that could be like Bill Luna, Luna X, and so on. So all the different equivalent of Luna will be supported, and you will receive the airdrop. Same story applies if you were having your tokens into any of these protocols, and this list is comprehensive of any kind of protocol that were listed on DeFi Llama, plus 2 EBC, so from the Cosmos ecosystem, that are Osmosis and also Crescent. So in that case, if you were having also your tokens into that kind of protocols, blockchains, yes, you will receive in any case your airdrop. Remember, in the moment of the genesis, you will receive a certain amount of your tokens. So you will not be able to redeem in full the amount of tokens that you were eligible for. What does it mean? It means that there is a vesting period, that it is equivalent to say that a certain percentage will be released immediately. The exact percentage is something that you can check from this link, token distribution. As you can see, for each category, so you can check what is your category, there is a different vesting period. Let me give you just some vocabulary, because they are talking about vesting, linear vesting, and cliff. Vesting means that your tokens will be locked. Linear vesting means that your tokens will be released linearly. Let's say that the vesting period with a linear vesting is 1 year. In order to understand how much you will receive each day, you have to divide your total airdrop divided by 365 days, and that amount will be the amount that will be released each day. The cliff just means that even if there is a linear vesting, you will not receive any token until the cliff. Let's say that the cliff is 6 months. It means that for the first 6 months, you will not receive any token. After 6 months, you will receive the equivalent of what it was supposed for you to receive during the first 6 months. Another number that is interesting to notice is that at the beginning of the Genesis event, only the 10% of the supply will be released. It means that at the initial phase, just a small amount of the market cap will be circulating. Let's suppose, as we were saying, that the fully diluted valuation, the fully market cap is with 1 billion tokens. At the beginning, only 100 million of them will be circulating. So let's suppose that the price of Luna will be $10. It also means that the circulating market cap will be just around 1 billion, supposing it is around 10% of the circulating supply. Remember, guys, we are just trying to speculate what will be the price. Right now, it looks like that the market is trying to forecast it around $5 to $10, $15 at a maximum. We still don't know how much it will be, and any level that will be the price at the Genesis, remember that the price after that moment will be made by the market. So it means that if anyone that is holding the token will just try to take profit in order to recover at least a minimum part of their losses, it means that the price will go down. If more people will try to buy because they are saying, guys, it is much cheaper than what it was the original blockchain, because the original blockchain were having an equivalent price of around $50. Remember, this is just a proxy because the exact amount is changing according to the supply, so the fully diluted valuation, and at the moment I don't have the numbers of the previous blockchain. In any case, pay attention, because the market with any probability will be really volatile just after the snapshot and just after the Genesis event. So take your decision carefully and try to stay strict to what is your plan. Just don't be fooled by your emotions, because in that moment, during the first phase of this market, it is possible to see a lot of volatility that can also affect our rationality and our ability to face this market to take the right decision. Guys, let me know if you have any kind of question. Let me know what do you think about the Terra 2.0. There will be a future for this blockchain. It will be simply dying exactly as what happened to the previous one. Let me know what do you think, and we'll talk again about it into the next couple of days and weeks, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Remember, guys, if you enjoy this content, remember to leave a big thumbs up, drop a comment, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.